somebody, anybody, join me. Guess I could have pulled the books while I was looking. Or pull the patterns. Hey, you're always here. You should just email me your phone number at this point. Let's just chat. Let's just FaceTime. Let's just chat when I'm bored and lonely. Hey, Serena. Hi, Tyra. How is everybody doing? Serena, I've talked to you today, which always makes my day. So you're going to know what I'm about to say. So I'm just finishing up this video that I filmed today. I didn't do any sewing today, but I filmed a video today from this book. So it's McCall's 1001 Sewing Questions. And I did 50 questions out of here. And I wanted to give you guys the heads up. The video should be, it's trying to upload right now, so it should be around 7-ish. I want you guys to go and watch that and interact with these questions that were asked in the 1950s and how they were answered. Because if I get a good response, Serena and I are going to do a live stream together where we dive into some more of these questions, because I feel like this needed conversation. And when I talked to her this morning before I filmed it, it was already my plan for the day, but as I was filming it, I was like, yeah, this needed conversation. It is interesting. So, I mean, some of it is really good, solid advice for like planning your wardrobe. And I didn't get into a lot of the sewing part, and some other things like I purposely didn't get into because I would rather do that with Serena, because believe it or not, me and her are not really, we have a lot of similar things, but we differ in a lot of ways too. And we have really, really good conversations because we have different perspectives on things. And I think good friends can disagree and like make it fun. So if I get a good response from this, Serena and I are gonna dive into some more of the questions, but some of these questions did not age well at all. So I'm working on getting that up. But some of it was really good advice, especially when it comes to like planning your wardrobe, how to get started sewing. Serena, they had a really good travel section in there on what to take when traveling and the best fabric. So it's really, really a good book. I should just mail it to you. I still have some other stuff I need to mail it to you. I've been drinking the tea all day. Serena sent me the last time we went to have tea. We tried this bourbon blend, and I had put it in my short where I was making fun of the Mr. Tesla's "What did you do last week?" email, and I was being funny. I don't think people got it, but when I said I drank my feelings, I think people were thinking like I sat around drunk all week. But I was really just drinking this tea that Serena bought me that I am still drinking. It's a bourbon blend. I wish I had it up here to show you guys. It is so good. Well, it's in the short. I show it in the short. And it is so, so good. I'm sorry you haven't, well, you did get to taste it, Serena, when we had tea, but so good. That's all I'm drinking. It smells so good. My house smells like it. I have some steeping right now. Like, oh, it's so good. So no, I was not drunk all week on bourbon. It's a bourbon tea blend, and it is delicious. So that's what I was drinking my fillings with. So that is really cool. The video's coming. What else is going on? I'm working on my power suit thing, but I think I selected the wrong fabric for a power suit. I think it's too thin. This is what I've got, the fabric. And I don't know how I feel about it. It's whatever. I don't know yet. Oh, Serena, I have some of the etiquette books. And I just got the Edwardian Housewives Companion. And this one was really fun. I like these little thin books to put in my purse. Girl, we need a signature blend, like branded. So I like these thin books in my purse, like when I'm going somewhere. So I got that one. And then I got the Housewife's Handbook, A Wise Guide. Now that I have more time, I'm actually starting to read. But let me see. I had an etiquette one. I don't see it. Oh, here it is. So this one's really cool. I do like it a lot. This is How to Live Like a Lady, Lessons in Life, Manners, and Style. It is really is a good book. And it is, oh, I have a note in here. All my books always have notes in there. Oh my goodness. This one is from my uncle, from my college graduation. He didn't give me the book, but I just stuck it in here. So I stick notes that people give me on my books. It says, Drew, congratulations on earning your college degree. I know you worked very hard to achieve this. I enclosed a gift so you can go have dinner on me. Love, Uncle Bubba. Oh, that's so sweet. It's my dad's brother. That is so cool. I'm glad I stuck that in here. A lot of my books have dried flowers stuck in them. Just different things. But yeah, the etiquette books are pretty fun and interesting at times. With some some things that are useful and some things like leave that in 1950. But I think the video today will be fun. So upcoming, I'm going to 2 different YouTube events. They're doing one really close to me next Wednesday. Oh, no, so I have one that I'm going to in Nashville this Wednesday coming up, and then one here in Kentucky the Wednesday after that. So that's really cool. So 2 events, so I need 2 dresses. I really do think that I want to make this for one of them and see how it works out. And then we'll see about the other one. I was thinking of using this fabric for the dress and then making the little coat out of what is left from the big coat that I cut out. And it's cut out. It's over there. It's waiting on lining. I went to Joann yesterday to get lining. That was a nightmare. And so I ended up ordering some online, so I'll just have to wait for it. But then I got my sewing pattern. Hi, Linda. So I need my Easter situation, and I can't wait to share this pattern. And this pattern I am really going to do my best with. There will be like several mock-ups. Oh my gosh, why did I cut into it? Into the envelope. Oh no. But yes, the skirt is full. I don't have to mock up the skirt, but I'm going to be mocking up the bodice until we get that fit right. I want to make sure I get the fit right. Okay, I want to show it to you. I cut into the envelope, and this was like not cheap at all. That was kind of heartbreaking that I just did that. But it's a Vogue, and I want to do the dress and the stole. So it's a big circle skirt, so I don't have to mock that up. But I want to make I'm going to do mock-ups of the bodice to make sure I get the fit right. Because I know I need to work on my full bust adjustments. I know I need to do my short waist things. I want to make sure I need a sway back adjustment. I've started to notice things about my sewing, like when the fabric bunches back there. So there's things that I'm noticing about my sewing. And this sewing pattern that I just cut into was so expensive. I'm glad I did not cut into any of the tissue, but it's unprinted, so that's gonna be fun. But this is my Easter dress. I love it. Origami stripes. I love it so much. Hi, lovely dove. So that's gonna be a whole work in progress, and the way time's flying, Easter will be here before you know it. I bought that off eBay, and they put a cute card in there. I'm starting to get so many of these thank you cards. It is crazy. So that's what's happening there. And I need 2 dresses in the next 2 weeks, or 2 outfits or whatever. And so it's the Connie Stevens Shelley Faberes. What does that mean, Linda? Am I missing something? I'll have to look that up. It's copyrighted 1956. It's got a back zip, which is interesting. But it's a size 20, bust 38. So, really, really love that. I already ordered the fabric from Spoonflower, so waiting on that to come. I still have to work on that DIY Birkin situation, but I'm trying to talk Serena into doing it with me. Oh, actress from the 1960s that did a lot of great dancing and great movies. Oh, I'm going to look that up. I don't have much else to do with great hairdos. Love that. I was all dressed up earlier for the filming. I had on all of the makeup, all of the things. I just got in the shower to get all of that stuff off my face. And so, editing, uploading, and then tomorrow, hopefully I can do some actual sewing. We got a basketball game my son does early in the morning, of course, but we should be home by noon, and then I'm hoping to be able to get some sewing done. Yes, Serena, it came. It did. And there's a lot of hand sewing involved. And then one of my subscribers who makes handbags, she was telling me that it's harder than it looks. So we'll have to see. Linda, keep an eye on Buddy Buddy if you have to. I'm going to put, Serena, I'm going to put you as a moderator too. Got it. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. I know it's scary, but they're saying it's beginner friendly. So we're going to see. I'm going to give an honest review on the whole situation. And I hope it makes a nice handbag. The leather feels like good quality leather. I think the handbag, the kit that they sent me on their website retails for like $400. So you would think that taking out the cost of someone making the handbag, that it should be really good leather. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm looking at the box right now. It looks very intimidating. But yeah, that should be fun. And other than that, the video is going up tonight, probably around 7:30. So I will be interacting in the comments in that if you guys are going to be there, because I cannot wait to hear some opinions on some of these questions and answers. Like I said, I didn't get into a lot of the real controversial ones because I wanted to wait for that. So this is a bit of a palette teaser. The 50s. Wow. That's all I can say. But also some useful information. And I learned some things that I didn't even know, especially when I got into the sewing part. Like, I didn't know to cut satin as napped fabric. Like, I was very aware. Hi, Sugar Cookie. So I was very aware that satin, like the light hits it different, but I've used it 2 times before, I think, and I didn't cut it as nap fabric. So that was something I learned. I learned a couple of other things. So I'm looking forward to you guys seeing the video and seeing what you think of it. So it should be fun. So hey, Sugar, I was just catching everybody up on what I did today. Yes, Serena, I think that would be fun to do it in person. I did a video on this book. It's 1,001 Questions on Sewing, and it's answered by Meg Carter, and I want to look her up and see who she is. So it was about wardrobe planning, pattern selection, fabric selection, pattern alterations, constructions, fittings, like all the things. I tried to pick a few questions from each category to see. So I think it should be fun. It should be a fun video. So look for that about 7:30. Oh, and Sugar, I showed the pattern that I got for Easter that I'm going to be working on. And then talked about starting this one because I need 2 dresses for the next 2 Wednesdays for events that I'm going to. So just catching everybody up on what was happening here in the sewing room today, and didn't get any sewing done, but I did get a video done. And I liked being able to film something that wasn't just sewing, like it was sewing related and fashion related, of course, but I got to talk like with my own thoughts and all of that kind of stuff. So that was fun. I really wish that I had done it on a live stream. That would have been way more fun. So I'll be in the comments today when everybody's watching it, so that can be entertaining. And I want all of the opinions. I want to hear all of the things. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you, Sugar. It is pretty. I love it. I ordered the fabric already. I cannot wait till it comes so I can show you guys. Like, I'm so excited about this. I'm really excited for doing the mock-ups and doing the alterations, sway back adjustment, the full bust adjustment, the short waist adjustment, like all of the things I need. I'm so weirdly looking forward to it. So it should be fun. I love the beehive hairdo on Serena too. I really, really do. I love it. And in the video from yesterday, the ponytail, like that was so, so cute. I really love it. So I think that's about it. That's all I really had to share. I look forward to talking with you guys this evening in the comments on the video. All of you guys who are here are my constant supporters, and make sure you watch the video. It's going to be long. It's like 40 minutes. Share it with somebody, leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, do all of the things so I don't have to look for a real job. That would be fun. Or that would not be fun to have to look for a real job in this day and age. So looking forward to it. How was everybody's Friday? Was it good? Looking forward to the weekend. Any big plans? I know, Sugar, like, I even had to text her when I was watching them, like, your wardrobe. Like, if she never sewed anything else again, ever, like, she has the closet that dreams are made of. And she's like, oh, yeah, I forgot I even had this. And then the fact that everything is handmade, like, is so just awesome. So, goals. Hopefully, we get there. And I think it's been really cool too, just how you match the outfits up to the person and the personality. And that was just a whole vibe. Oh, Linda, about me washing the makeup off my face, taking care of my skin. Oh, it's because it's been giving me such a nightmare lately. So I've been trying to keep everything off of it as much as I can, because it has not been kind to me lately. It's been breaking out and hurting. Ooh, and I'm trying not to touch it. But yeah, if I'm around the house, I don't want to wear makeup if I don't have to, especially not a bunch of it. Oh, you're so sweet, Serena. Everybody needs a friend like you. Well, I hope everybody has a good weekend. I'm going to go check and see if the video is finished uploading. I'm going to make a thumbnail like a YouTuber with a surprise face. Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm just not. That's not going to be a thing I do ever. So you will not see me with a clickbait thumbnail. If you do, message me and ask me, am I okay? Because that is not a thing. Oh, thank you. So I really hope you guys enjoy the video, and let me know if you want more content like that of just discussing things, talking through things, and not just the sewing, because it is hard to be able to get out content when you're making the things. Like, you can't always make a thing in a week and do the thumbnail. You are setting me up. I will do it just for you. just to embarrass you, I'm saying Serena told me to make the surprise face and point at something. I might have to, if I want to be a full-time YouTuber, right? I got to do the YouTuber things. It should be. Oh, thank you. I'll get a billion views. I believe it. It is so crazy, like, oh, that's the thing. Okay, so now you're making me want to do like a crazy thumbnail. Oh, well, thank you, Sugar. I just want to make sure I'm making content that people will be interested in because I don't want to just waste my time. But also, too, I want to do things that feel good to me and make me happy. And today I really, really enjoyed that. Going through the book, like it was my first time going through it. It was like some of the questions as I'm reading my first time. I tried to skim through it a little bit first just to kind of know what direction I wanted to take the video so it wouldn't take me forever to film, but it still took me forever to film. So it ended up being like almost a 40-minute video. So it was probably about a little over an hour worth of content. But those kind of talking videos where it's just like a lot of my opinions, I didn't have to edit too much because, I mean, I said what I said and I meant it or I wouldn't have said it. So the editing part wasn't too bad. The only part was like cutting out some of my rambling because I know I tend to ramble. And then my camera kept going hot. So I would have to stop and cut the camera off and then wait for it to cool down. And then I wanted the audio to sound good. So I was using my big mic and running it through my camera, through the computer. Then the computer started like humming. It was running hot. So I had to just stop, pause, let everything cool down and calm down. And that was annoying. But other than that, I like those kind of videos. But I think my camera's like at like a 20-minute limit of me talking before it gets hot, which is wild. So that was a thing. But other than that, I enjoyed filming that kind of content. So you guys will have to, in the comments of that video, shoot me some topics or subjects or something that we can discuss. And I'll pull Serena in, and her and I can discuss and debate some things for the enjoyment of others. It will be, and for us, it will be a lot of fun. So looking forward to those things. So hit us with some topics. So I know Serena's down to do some joint live streams and discuss some things and get other people's opinions. We like to talk about things and we have pretty deep conversations and then pretty light ones. And so I think it could be really fun for us to do some Q&A or topics and stuff together. So you guys have to let us know. Oh, that'll be so good. So good. I have a 1940s cookbook and I wanted to do a 1940s dress and a 1940s meal. I have the American Woman cookbook. I actually have an 1896 cookbook. I'm obsessed with that Tasting History channel. Why can't I think of his name? But it's called Tasting History, and he does like old recipes. Like the first cheesecake ever invented, like kind of thing. Like he does such good research, and like while he's cooking the thing, he's also sharing the history. Max, yes, I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed. Like I get my food fix and my history fix in the same video, and it is awesome for me. So yes, Max Miller, I want to say. But he has a cookbook that's out. Like he is just really, really cool. And it's so cool to watch how his channel blew up. Like he lost his job during COVID and then just started pursuing his passion. And to see him like be such a success when I've been watching it from the beginning, like it makes you feel like a proud mom or something. And he has no clue who I am. But I'm such a fan. He does really, really good research. And he also acknowledges that his subscribers like help him with a lot of his research. And I think that is so cool. So they'll send him things, they'll send him recipes, they'll help him research a topic. And I think that is really cool because he really does his best to get it right. And I really appreciate that. Oh, I've seen the early American dish. Is that the one where she just doesn't speak, she just cooks? And I like to watch that, but usually when I'm sewing, I don't get to look at the TV a whole lot. So I like things where people are talking because I'm really just listening. So even with Max, like I'll have to glance over, but I don't get to see the whole thing. But normally I have something like that playing while I'm sewing, so I'm just listening. Also starting to get into a little bit of trash YouTube and like commentary channels and gossip. Oh, the shrimp hat was everything. Yeah, I need words. I need words. And that's why like a lot of my videos don't even have music, which is crazy because I'm paying for like the music membership and all of those things. But I don't know. Sometimes I think it's distracting. I was watching a young lady's video the other day who was sewing, and she was really, really great. And she was making a beautiful dress, and the music was so loud. You could barely hear her speak over it. And it just reminded me of like the beginning of my videos when I would never watch them back. Like once they went up, I could not watch them. I've only recently started to watch some of my content, and that's if someone asks me like a specific question or a pattern number or something, I have to, but I don't really want to watch my own content. And as much as I talk, you would think I like the sound of my own voice, but I really don't that much. So, going back to some of my older videos, I could just see like the things or hear the things, and I wish there was a way I could have told her privately. Like I didn't want to leave it in the comments. I wish there was a way I could tell her privately that the music was too loud. Because she's probably not watching it. She was new to YouTube and all of that. And so, but she was doing a really, really great job. You just could not hear her. Yes, Serena and the Trash YouTube has now introduced me to the Trash YouTube, which I am actually enjoying. Yesterday, I learned about a whole big drama between a Bad Baby and an Alabama Barker. And that was the drama that I didn't know that I needed to know, but I now enjoy knowing, if that makes any sense. If you don't know, you don't want to know, just leave it, just leave it be. But it was trash and it was fun and I enjoyed it. I won't hold you. I really did enjoy it. A Bad Baby and an Alabama Barker were beefing on the internet and it was fun. A Boston snob. When I think of like a Boston accent, I get like a Mark Wahlberg type of thing, or like the people in Shameless. And so I loved Shameless. Never missed an episode. You always know more drama than you look like you know. Sugar, just do you. I don't know. I just love a Boston accent, but that's me personally. That's a Southie accent? Okay, so I like a Southie accent. Can't lie. Won't lie. So what is the difference between a Southie and a Boston snob? Does that just mean like they mean you talk proper? Thank you, buddy, buddy. I don't know what a Boston snob is. I don't think there's a way to talk snobbish. What, because you use like cool words? Or is it your tone that they're saying? You pronounce letters? I don't know. That sounds like something I would probably be into. Like literally. But I've learned too with YouTube, there is something for everybody. And everybody likes something different. And there is a lane for everybody. So there may be people who come to your channel just to hear your accent, believe it or not. So that could be a thing. But I say stay true to you. Just stay true to you. And you don't say like ka or car. It's funny living here in Kentucky. Like the accents here are they're weird, and people can always tell like that I'm not. They always ask me, where are you from? But I consider myself from Kentucky. I've lived here for so long, but I've lived in so many other places. but a lot of people just kick him on out because at this point, like in Kentucky, they say like instead of here, they say her. Like over there would be like over there, like stuff like that. And it's I don't want to say it's annoying to me because that probably wouldn't be nice, but it's slightly annoying. I just make sure I'm like if I catch my kids, I'm like, that is not what we're doing. But Kentucky accent is weird. Well, not weird. It's Southern. We got rid of Buddy Buddy. What was he doing? Oh, when you live in, I bet. I love Seattle. I have a friend who lives up that way, and when we lived in Alaska, we used to go to Seattle a lot because you would have to go to Seattle to be able to fly to go visit my grandparents. And then Seattle was like the next big city that you could easily get to from Anchorage. He was being inappropriate. And then people would like, and then people had the nerve to be like upset while I want, like, why I do members only live streams, especially like certain times of day or like at night. Hey, hey. I love that, Linda. Daviana Reve. I always want to make sure I'm saying that right. Is that right? Daviana Rave or Daviana Reve? Daviana Reve, I really like. I'm doing well. How are you? Serena, that's a really good point. The accents are a part of people's cultures. Just Dave? Okay. Oh, Dave on a rave. See, that's the thing. Dave on a rave. That's right, isn't it? That's like my husband's Instagram name, which I will not say because I do not want anybody on his Instagram, but it's really weird if you try to read it as a word, but if you know what it is, then it makes sense. So hey Dave, Salar Mohammedi. Hi. Trying to pronounce that right. Serious Okie accent. I can't believe, Dave, that I've been saying, like, trying to put that as one word the whole time. That is wild. Well, happy to have you again. Salar, Prashan, what is that? Thank you, Linda. I feel like I don't have any accent. I feel like I lack an accent of any kind. Um, I was, to get my daughter up every morning, I literally have to put on a concert 2 to 3 songs. I mean, singing, dancing, the whole thing. And so I was working on my accent this morning because I was singing a song that has Spanish, French, and it's an African language. I don't want to say it wrong. One of the words is Nabula. I can't even think of the name of the language, but this one song has all of these different languages in it, and it's so cool. But I was singing it today, so I was working on my French accent, and she thought it was so funny, and that's what finally got her up. The floor in here, it's carpet. Yes, I take a magnet over the floor and I vacuum in here like 2 or 3 times if the kids are home and I'm in here sewing because yes, Pins are dangerous on carpet. And only my upstairs has carpet. I just haven't gotten around to this room yet. I'm hoping to get out of this house soon. And I do think the two pinks go together. I know, Serena. I was telling her this morning, like yesterday, she got a really, really good concert. Today, I was like, Major, I just do not have it in me for all of the songs. But yeah, I have to literally perform for her. So this morning, it was Rise Up, which I thought was fitting. She was not impressed. Um, Straight Out of Heaven, and the other song, I can't think of the name. But it has all these different languages in it. It's really cool. It's actually not very comfy, Dave. I'm not even gonna lie. I I'm not a morning person, and Major is just like me. And when I was a kid, I was not a morning person. And so my mom's not a morning person. And so she would sing for me in the mornings, and she'd start slow and rub me awake and start waking me up earlier just so I wouldn't have to just jump straight up. And so I try to do the best that I can for Major, because like acknowledging that not everybody is a morning person, including kids, they cannot be morning people. And so I try to make her mornings like to start it off as like fun, first slow, and then we get into fun so she can get up without an attitude, but she still gets up with an attitude anyway. And my mom's just like, you should just home night school her. And I'm like, I don't think home night school is a thing for a kindergartner. But she does not like mornings at all. And she will stay up till who knows what time if I were to let her. So yeah, every morning I'm singing and dancing to get that kid up. And usually when it gets terrible, and she'll get up. I guess that's true. But I can see my husband now. It's my youth home night school and the kids. So what are y'all doing during the day? But I don't know, because when we did homeschool, we didn't even really have a real curriculum. We just did the things, and whatever they were interested in that day is what we learned, and it was just fun. Oh, Sugar, you have lived everywhere. I would love for my kids to learn another language. It's like only Americans think that we only need to know one language. Military dad, that's me, military mom and dad. Oh, yeah, sleeping in with the kids is so good. We're lucky for us, like school doesn't start till late. So we're able to have a pretty slow morning. Tyra, you're a military wife. Thank you for your service, because everybody salutes the person in the uniform, but the family takes on a lot too. It's a lot. It is a lot. Like my mom was like an expert mover. She could move a whole house in a day. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, your dad was a paratrooper. Oh my goodness. I am so terrible, like so terribly obsessed with war movies. It is like in my mind, in a past life, I was a Navy SEAL, like legitimately, which is so weird because I'm afraid of everything. So why in my head I think I'm a Navy SEAL or was previously a Navy SEAL is just crazy. Oh, Tyra, you've been everywhere. Germany, Italy, Maryland, North Carolina, Virginia, New Jersey. Yeah, you've been everywhere. I hope it's been a good experience. My godson is over in Korea now. I don't know if it's the North or the South. I always mix it up, but he just got to come home for the birth of his kid, and then he had to go back. Um, so yeah, it's tough. I was happy when my mom got out before my dad, and then my dad got out, and we settled in Kentucky. So you homeschooled your youngest for high school? I was pretty much homeschooled for high school. Um, I like I've always kind of self-taught, like the way I've taught myself sewing and all of the things. Like I read so much that like literally me and my mother both agreed school was getting in the way of me learning. And I mean, I was reading like Edgar Allan Poe when I was in like the first grade. Like I was obsessed with writers and poetry and history and all of the things. And so we agreed that school was getting in the way of me learning. And I really wasn't that sociable. And by being so well read, it just changes your perspective on a lot of things. Being well read and well traveled change your perspective on so much that I just didn't really want to hang out with the kids my age. I thought they were all like whatever, and so I was homeschooled for high school. Finished really early and ended up getting a full scholarship to college. Um, very early on. So, greetings, beloved. Today, with the kids this morning, we were talking about Ramadan because that starts tomorrow, I believe. And we're working on this thing where we're learning about a lot of different religions because we've yet to really choose one. So we're just learning about them. And so I was like, do you guys want to try fasting for Ramadan? My son's like, no way. He does not want to give it a try. But it was interesting for them to teach them about it because I was learning about it as well. And so I'm not like a religious person, but I want to teach them about every single religion that I can. So should they choose to be, um, they have like knowledge to go on when they make their decision. So I think you can never know too much about anything. Wow, Williams, or you FBA. I don't know what that means. Just be careful and don't get weird because the moderators don't play over here at all. So choose your words. Type them right. I don't want to assume that you're going to go left or right, rather. That you're about to go right, but if you do, they will block you ASAP. Rocky. I think I agree with that. I agree with that, Sugar Cookie, that you learn to get along with everyone. You said, no, you're respectful. Good, because they do not play over here. I hope you're having a great Friday wherever you are in the world. Yeah, it's just a bunch of chicks over here, a few men that are all into sewing and vintage things. So if it's something you're interested in, you are welcome to stay and join us. We get to chatting about all kinds of things. So you're welcome to stay if you behave. Okay, guys. Well, I've been on here like 45 minutes. You want, oh, I have a video coming up in about an hour or so that will be a good help. You want to sew? How should you start? Get a needle and some thread. And that is, yeah, autocorrect is a thing. It is a crazy thing. But yeah, I tell everybody, if you want to get started, just get started. And be okay with the fact that the first 10 things you make just aren't going to be right. And then decide what you want to sew. Because some people sew clothes, some people sew pillows or curtains or so many different things you could sew. Okay, guys. Yeah. See, you guys got me rambling, got me to talking. And now I bet the video is ready and I haven't even did the thumbnail. Hi, I'm glad you got to catch it. It's about to end. I'm sorry you missed it, but there's a video coming up in an hour or so, and I will be live chatting in the comments. So, and then maybe even tonight I can come back and we can discuss. So it's gonna be a pretty good video. Some questions from the 50s regarding sewing and fashion and all of these things. So, you can go back and check out this live. You can watch it and get caught up. What machine should you look at? Oh, good. Turn on the notifications. That's awesome. You're into quality. I get that. I think still too, like you still want to start with something simple because I have like my beginner machine that I first learned to sew on, and then I upgraded to my better quality machine, I guess. But it depends on what you're sewing. But I would say start with like a Singer, $100 or less. And because what if you decide you don't want to sew anymore, and then you're stuck with the $1,000 machine? You don't want to do that. So, I think I feel more creative. Like, it's so random. Like, sometimes I feel creative at like 2 in the morning. It's the craziest thing. Oh, being a tailor is a whole different thing. That is a thing that takes years of learning and skill, and I could not help you with that. I was just talking about earlier learning some alterations that I need just for myself. But yeah, I think the creativity, it just strikes at different times. Like last night, I just jumped up, and that's how I decided to pull those fabrics, because I was like, okay, I need a dress. What do I want? And I felt like digging through fabric and patterns, and that was like 11:30 at night. I'm terrified to learn to use a serger. Everybody keeps telling me that I need to get one, but I really am just scared. And I know I need one. Hello, Gifts Extraordinary. Welcome. Yeah, I know I need to get a serger, but I really am scared. And I don't want anything else in this room taking up space. Like, I don't know. I know I need a serger, but I don't know. I'm scared. And then everybody's always complaining about the threading of the serger and that whole thing. I do, Dave, sometimes wake up at 2 and feel like I want to sew or create, and I have to like force myself back to bed because I know I still have to get up and get kids to school, um, all of the things. So it depends. Like a weekend, well, we got a basketball game at 10 in the morning, but like a weekend, or if I don't have anything to do the next morning, I will just go ahead and scratch that itch. But most of the time, I just fight through it and say, look, you can do it in the morning after you get everybody to school and all of those things. Yeah, I know I need to get one, and I know it's going to up the game on the quality of my clothes. So, bye, Linda. We'll see you later. I'll look for you in the comments on the video. Yeah, I may try to find a secondhand one myself. Okay, guys, I am going to pop off. I need to go. This has been almost an hour. I need to go get the video uploaded so I can chat with you all later. eBay is always the way to go. I love eBay. I could do a commercial for them. Bye. I'll see you all later. Oh, I'm not that talented yet. I think I just have a love for it, but we're getting there. And I'm starting to push myself more with the tailoring and the alterations and all of those things. But sometimes I feel creative, but sometimes that means I want to write or read or anything. So it just depends. But I'm going to pop off because you guys know how I'll get going, and we'll be on here for 2 hours, and that'll be a whole thing. I want to get the video out. So thank you for being here. Appreciate you all. I'll see you in the comments of the video. Should be up 7:30. Look for me then. Thank you. Thank you, beloved. I love when people say that. Thank you. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.